sunny San Diego, California.
Yeah.
On the air's on the air. Wow. Sully band. You hear that? I wish you guys could hear what it sounds like in the studio. Watch the control.
Love it.
That's, you know what, that's an analogy for you only get perspective when you sign the front of a paycheck. When you can just do that and stop there.
Yeah.
And we talked about it last week. Great to have you along. Sully here, little Tommy there, and we got a big group going on. So why don't you just start this thing off?
You know what? First of all, it's episode 92. We're getting closer and closer to episode 100. This is a big deal.
Are we doing a special 100?
Yes.
So let's take a quick vote here in studio, with including the band, okay? So there's a little bit of a war going on here in studio between me and Tommy about our 100th episode. Tommy wants to be the traditionalist and do it here at the Loft 100 studios.
And I want to be the only host.
He wants to be the only host. That's an everyday thing, okay? I think we should go out somewhere and fill a place up and have it there. It
will be fun either way, but I like it right here because this is where we have done 99 episodes when we're doing 100, and it would be so cool, and we can invite viewers as well.
10. We can get about a dozen viewers in studio.
That would be
versus 100 or 200. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we let the audience vote?
There you go.
Okay? Just send an email to controlroom@loft100studios.com. You'll see it right there on the screen. Controlroom@loft100studios.com. Band, do you have a vote? Anything, Trace? You thinking?
Monarch.
Yeah.
Monarch.
Hey, Monarch would
That's
be cool.
not a bad idea.
That would be fun.
Racetrack? Maybe?
Racetrack would be
Right?
good. Yeah.
Right there?
Yes.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right.
SoFi Stadium.
But Tommy will win. Because if Tommy and I are talking about a guest, I'm saying, yeah, let's get this person. Tommy is the best salesperson I ever know. Tommy rarely loses.
Well, we both agree on this next guest.
I will tell you. What do we got?
He is a San Diego treasure, a San Diego icon. Ladies and gentlemen, Shotgun Tom!
What a man, what a man. How are you?
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Well, he is an organizer. You were absolutely correct.
Listen, this show would not be, if it because of me, it's because of him and his Rolodex.
He's so organized.
But I was organized back in 1984, 1985 when I was working with you.
That's why I hired you.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I wasn't organized, and you were.
Fun. It was so fun.
Wait, you
back
hired
then.
him?
Oh, yeah. No, I hired him, and then my friend John Fuel was an associate producer. And so we got to get this kid in here to run your board.
So fun.
And you were a kid.
And I remember meeting you for the very first time for the very first show. It was a Saturday night.
Yep.
And I remember I got there early. We were supposed to go on the air at 7 o'clock, and you showed up at 6:59:59.
Well, that's what I do.
That's what I do, too. I do the same thing.
You and I are in
I stay in my lane. I'm worthless if I stay longer. Listen, doesn't it get more complicated if I'm here longer? It really does.
Hey, by the way,
Mary's in the audience.
It's a brand new fresh hat. What do you think?
Love it.
So, do you have the original hat?
I don't think so. I gave that away.
To me, because it's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Boom.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you, Sully, little Tommy, I come bearing gifts.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Here we go again.
And you know what a marketeer you are. Here we go. And here's one for you.
And thank
Tommy,
you.
Here's one for you. And I got one for Jared, our director. Jared,
our Emmy Award-winning director?
Our Emmy Award-winning director.
Is it something that I could use or dress the set with?
Oh, no, it's either or. Both. You can use. Take
Love
that baby out.
Oh, here we go.
Love it.
This is Daddy's special cup.
There it is.
And you think I'm drinking coffee every morning on the air. Oh, here we go. Your mug has been custom made for you by Shotgun Tom.
That's right.
Love it.
And don't put that in the dishwasher. You'll erase my face.
Let me just tell you this, all right? Let me tell you about this picture. Moments later.
I was there.
After he got, and I know because you were instrumental in this. Moments later after he got the Hollywood Walk of Fame star, okay? Right. I was the first radio personality in the country to be able to interview him because of this guy here.
That's right.
I'm texting Tommy. Tommy barely knows me. He knows me like one day. I go, dude, I'm on Kogo. I'm in the afternoon. You gotta let me have him. And it was perfect. It was
well, my wife Linda, we were at the thing. He said, "Hey, you gotta Sully wants to on Kogo."
He said Sully, and you know what he said? He goes, Sully.
You like that?
Sully who?
No.
Exactly what.
So anyway, I rushed over and got on. Hey, by the way, on these mugs, you're quite a marketeer.
I will. You want me to pitch these things?
Yeah.
How many you got? Are you giving them? Are you selling them? What are you doing?
Well, no, I'm not. That's a gift, but I mean, is there any marketeering value in?
Of course there is, because you're an iconic figure.
Well, I'm just trying to fit in.
I think we should have had a.
If this was at a grocery store and I was walking through, I would totally buy this.
Really?
Yeah. This is. But then again, you have a national audience now because.
That's true. With Sirius XM, channel 73, 60 gold.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think there's. Listen, I could not get arrested outside of San Clemente with our band because nobody knows us. We think we're really popular. But we sell merchandise all over, regardless. I don't know why.
I love your shirts. I'm not wearing your shirt today.
Right.
Because I'm going to run trains down at Balboa Park after the show.
But Mary, our den mother, is really good at that. So, yes, we'll help you with that.
Well,
and by the way, if you want a Shotgun Tom mug, it's simple. Just email the program.
Oh, no, now you...
Yeah, come on. Well, listen, why don't we buy like 50 mugs and give them out, right? So there's your...
You want to do that?
I'll do your first order.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I love you, Sully.
Yeah. They're $100 wholesale.
Hey, Shotgun,
yes,
back in 84, 85, I remember when Nicholas was new to the family.
Yes.
But there was a little girl in your family, your daughter, Melanie.
She was the first,
She was maybe, 7 or 8 back when I used to work with you?
Possibly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, is that her?
That's her right there. She's a registered nurse. She works at Grossmont Hospital.
Let's give her a blam. Let's give her a blam. Give me a blam.
There she is right there. My daughter, Melanie. Oh, yeah. They call her Nurse Melanie at Grossmont.
There she is.
She knows what she's doing, too.
She's up in the club with Mary, all lit up with the red velvet robe.
By the way, I got to tell you a little story. Melanie was born at Grossmont Hospital. That's the same hospital where she was born, and now she works there, working with the same doctor who delivered her.
Whoa.
Now, he's not there anymore.
Are you a nurse there?
Yeah, she's a registered nurse.
And you're in the same building you were born at. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Up in the club. Need some bottle service today? Because we got runners.
Hey, Shotgun.
I'm so proud of her, yes.
Can you tell the Stevie Wonder story with Melanie?
Oh, yes. Okay. When Melanie graduated the San Diego State University, I said, hey, Stevie, when Melanie was born...
Hey, Steve, babe. Yeah. Hey, Steve-O.
Well,
I want to talk to you, babe.
I said, when she was born, I celebrated her birth by playing your song, Isn't She Lovely?
That's right.
And now she's graduating from the San Diego State School of Nursing. Could you record a little something? So him and his brother Milton went back to the studio, and they recorded this little bit. And then when at her dinner, I got her up on stage. I go, ladies and gentlemen, when I was at B100, I played Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely to celebrate my daughter Melanie's birth. Wow. I think it'd be only apropos as she graduates from the San Diego State School of Nursing that we play Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely. I cue the audio guy, and out of the speaker comes, hi, Melanie, this is Stevie. On behalf of your father, I want to congratulate you from graduating from the San Diego State School of Nursing. What can I say? 1, 2, 1. Isn't she lovely?
Do we have Isn't She Lovely? Do we have that in our repertoire? Come on.
That's it. Yes. So anyway, that's it, man. All right. So anyway, I got back and I said, Stevie...
Name another song. I just want to see if they can do it.
Yeah, they did it. Name that tune. Yeah. So anyway, I got back and I said, he said, how'd it go? I said, it went great. Everybody was crying.
Yeah.
And I said, the best part is when you go 1, 2, 1, you spliced your song right into there. He said, I didn't splice it, I sang it.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, do you have, Tommy, with your Rolodex, do you have Stevie Wonder's phone number?
I will call his brother Milton Hardaway.
Yeah, that's right. You've got Milton's phone number.
Can we get him on the show, as a mystery guest?
Stevie, I can get Stevie.
As a mystery guest.
I know someone who knows Stevie.
What? Come on, man.
That would be great.
Would it kill you to send him my album? My God, Shotgun.
No,
let's go.
I'll send him your album.
I can autograph it for him.
He'd love it. And by the way, as you know, Stevie loves musicians.
Oh, yeah, he'd love this band.
Get him in here. We can get him in here.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. We got a gig. We pay him a gig fee of like $250.
Stevie, I got to tell you, Stevie is, have you met Stevie?
Have I met Stevie Wonder? Yeah. I've never met Stevie Wonder.
He is like a big kid. I mean, he loves to have fun, man.
Yeah. Come on, could you see him up on stage with Sully?
We got more guests. All right,
keep them coming. Let's go.
All right. He's originally from Long Island, New York, but he is a San Diego legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Hacksaw.
Yeah! All right.
Love you, Lee.
This guy taught me so much about radio, being across the hall from me, and I was literally, you know, he kept his door open when you did your shows, and I was across the hall as this literally my first day on radio. And of course, if there's an open door, what do you do in a radio station?
That's it.
You walk in. Safety tip: you never walk in a door. But he's always been great. It's great to have you, man. And I miss you calling Charger games.
So do I.
We got to get that happen. The Give. You know, I mean, I think I think we got some great play-by-play people here in this city. But there was nothing like when we had you and your bunch with Laszlovic, and was it Curran?
Yeah, Pat Curran, yeah.
Laszlovic, Chet 40,
Yeah.
Billy Warndell.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, we had a great run. You know, I did sports talk radio here for 28 years. I did NFL football for 17 years, and now I'm kind of dabbling in television again.
You're on KUSI Saturday mornings.
Saturday morning sports. And for the first time, I dove into podcasting this week. Have never done it.
Really?
Didn't drown. I just did an hour and 10-minute podcast on the history of sports talk radio in San Diego.
Wow.
So
Did you start by saying, I want to talk sports with you?
Damn it. Yeah.
From Baja to the Canadian Rockies.
Actually, it was really funny because the guy I'm doing it with does a lot of podcasts. It was an experiment. We wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Who is it?
John Riley's Project.
Wow.
That's the corporate name.
All right.
And we sat down and we just started to do history of sports talk radio and where I came from and who I grew up listening to and why I became what I became and guys I crossed paths with and how I went from small market Appalachia to upstate New York to Cleveland to Phoenix to San Diego. And he said, how'd that happen? I said, I kept getting fired.
Yeah, that's what we do. We get fired.
Hey, with you being from the East Coast and New York, I just watched a documentary about a guy named Marty Glickman.
Oh, yeah.
You know, legendary. He got robbed in the Olympics, but he was a sportscaster in New York. Did he mean anything to you?
Yeah, I grew up on Long Island. So I grew up watching the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Giants and cut my teeth on talk radio and sports talk radio and the newspaper industry there. And Marty was one of the first great sportscasters, quote, back in the day. Now, you're making reference to the Olympics. That was in the 1930s when he got left off the Olympic team. He was a great sprinter and was not allowed to go to Germany because he was of Jewish heritage. He wound up in the NFL. When I first came here to be the voice of the Chargers, he was one of the first guys I ever met because one of the first games I ever did was a Charger game against the New York Giants.
Marty Glickman invented the word swish in basketball.
Did he really?
Yeah, swish.
No kidding.
Sports anchor, NFL, NBA, New York Knickerbockers when they were...
High school basketball.
Oh, yes.
I will tell you,
man.
But you still have an audience that you could deploy. I mean, I mean, there's a group of Lee Hacksaw Hamilton faithful that will listen to you know. So, and the other thing that makes me feel happy is I got a shotgun on this side and a hacksaw on this side. There you go. I feel protected.
You guys,
right now.
you guys need a nickname if you want to be back in the studio next week.
Yeah, nickname.
That's funny.
I could come up with a great nickname for us.
You know, Lee has...
Can't say it on the air, but...
Lee has a photographic mind. I mean, listen to all this stuff that he's talking about now with sports.
Well, what's interesting to me is as theater of the mind that radio is, and of course, I never got to walk into the broadcast booth at a Charger game, but I always wondered how you did it. And I know that you had you must have had some sort of visual roster thing in front of you, but that gets you 10% of the way.
Well, I had boards and I had notes and I had knowledge.
But still, you watched every single play though. I mean, you couldn't sit down and grab a sip of a Pepsi because you had to be watching what was going on in the field the whole time. So that's a rough 2.5, 3 hours.
Well, no, it was exciting. I love game day.
Yeah.
I didn't care about the rest of it. I love game day and the preparation and went into it and all that. And we did stuff nobody had ever done on radio. When I got hired in 1987, I had been in Phoenix doing sports talk radio and Arizona State football. And prior to that, I'd been in Cleveland. I did hockey and all that. When I got hired, they came here and said, we need you to devise a game day broadcast, a 9-hour game day broadcast. So I had created the same thing over at Arizona State called Sun Devil Saturday. So I created the countdown to kickoff.
Yeah.
And then I had to go find the guys to do all the different segments that we had. But we had a 9-hour game day broadcast. Now, you like my work now. But when we were 4-12, I don't think you said complimentary.
They were your like Ted Leitner says, they were your Chargers when they were 4-12.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're my Chargers.
You know, he had a great engineer, Mike McGregor.
Sure.
Oh, man. Mike set all the mics up and plugged everything.
Hey, one day we should have Lee,
Yeah.
Pat Curran, and McGregor on during
Excellent.
the same
And
show.
Laz.
Just say the magic word, man. They'll be here, right?
Yeah, we could tell some stories,
Oh,
some
yes.
that can be on TV and some that can't be on TV.
Hey, by the way, speaking about Pat Curran, before I got into model trains, my hobby was I built a Tonight Show set, as you know.
Yes.
I ran audio.
And you ran audio. That's right. We did a Pat Curran show, which was just absolutely
Where do you
funny.
see it? How?
Don't we have him slated to come on the air with us soon? I thought I saw
You know what?
it.
We will.
I think we got it.
That'll
All
be
right.
a good show.
All right, so I got a shotgun and I got a hacksaw in. What's next? What's here next to protect me?
You know what? Can I bring out the next guy?
Let's do it. We got a little
All
bit of
right.
time.
His name is Jerome Leblanc, but he's the Tom Cruise lookalike. Ladies and gentlemen, bring on Jerome.
You know,
How are you, Sal?
do you ever walk? You even sound like him. Did you always sound like him?
Yeah, my
No.
first language is French, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But
So-
you got the laugh down and the look.
Got to see the look down. Yes.
If you look in the monitor, I think that people are going to stop when they walk by the television.
Yeah. Have
Because, and you get this in shopping malls, I'm assuming.
Everywhere.
Regardless if you're dressed with the fighter bomber jacket or not, if you were wearing a three-piece suit, I'm assuming you would still get
Mission
stopped.
Impossible.
Wow.
All the Tootsie Pop.
What went through your mind when you were just, going through social media and you said, "Oh my gosh, the world premiere is going to be in San Diego"?
Well, I had to show up at least. So
Oh, yeah.
I went, but unfortunately I couldn't go through with the event. I don't know, some complications maybe.
Yeah.
Conflict of interest, maybe looking too much like the A-list actor.
That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
You weren't allowed in because you look like
That's
that.
correct.
So, and look at it, not to start off on a downer, but that is, like, you are making a living, an honest living, like any other, like a tribute band would make. That's
right.
Right.
Or a, like Rusty Nailz used to do Ron Burgundy,
Yeah.
and did keynote speaking as Ron Burgundy. Never got a single, I think he actually got a couple emails from Will Ferrell saying, hey, great job. You're doing it better than I'm doing it. I'm wondering, a person who's worth $2 billion would have a problem with another guy making a living off your night.
It'd be a
off your likeness.
compliment.
I think Jerome knows the answer.
What's the answer?
Too dangerous.
Best part about him is the sunglasses and the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we did a couple of charity events. What, about a year
Coronado,
ago?
yeah, cerebral palsy.
The United Cerebral Palsy.
Yeah.
And I got my picture taken with him, and it was great. And he's such
There it
a
is.
great guy. Oh, there it is, right there. There we are.
Right there.
At the event.
Are you doing it this year?
I am. Yes,
yeah,
I am.
same here.
How booked are you? Like, how far out are you? Like, do you book 5 days a week,
Listen,
2 days a week, 1 day a week?
I know I said it earlier, but my ego is writing checks my body can't cash right now. But yeah, I do several. I'm very fortunate right now to do air shows. Corporate events have been my main income for like several years.
Good. Wow.
And so the air shows now is a new addition where it's always really fun. You like doing rides with the pilots and all this.
So so it's all over the country then?
All over the country.
So not just San Diego?
Yeah, yeah. And
God bless you.
thank you. And I recently actually became a brand ambassador for Screwball, the peanut butter whiskey out of Obi.
Oh, we know the peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah.
The bottles are empty because of you know who. God rest their soul. We have a half a bottle of all of them. All right, here we go. Shotgun Tom, Lee, Hacksaw Hamilton, of course.
Jerome Leblanc.
I like to call him Tom Cruise because he looks just like
Yeah, he
him.
does.
Of course, the Sully Band. Little Tommy and myself, we're back in a second. You're watching On the Air because it's on the air.
That's right, baby.
Yes. Hey there. On the Air's on the air. Look at this. I got so many questions for the three of them, and it's unfair because we always get to hang with these two. I had a million questions for this guy.
Okay.
I'd like to start off with a question for Lee Hamilton. So, when you were with the Chargers and it's an away game, do you go on the team plane?
Yes.
All right. How was that? I mean, where did you sit? Who did you become friends with everyone? Like,
No,
how was
because
it?
the players are in the back, the coaches are in the front, and whatever traveling media or extra group was in the middle, and we were not allowed to go back and forth, back and forth. But you have relationships with players away from the stadium, away from practice. So.
But like, did Junior just walk around and say, "Hey, what's up?"
No, the guys pretty much sat. They were given massive meals, and they sat and slept. And after the game, everybody kind of crashed out.
So they had the massive meals, and you would get the peanuts and.
No, we ate well.
So you ate like they did.
Yeah.
So they treated you like part of the organization because you were part of the organization.
Well, for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they moved.
But what about that Super Bowl year coming back from Pittsburgh? I'm imagining that's like a party plane.
We were so numb that we had beaten the Steelers and qualified to go to the Super Bowl. And the greatest thing, everybody comes to me and says, "Hacksaw, what was it like to do the Super Bowl?" Well, we got blown out by Steve Young's 6 touchdown passes with the 49ers. I don't worry too much about the game. It was a huge event.
Yeah.
I remember the journey.
Yes.
Sure. And I remember when they were bad, and then they got good, and then we won some games. And when we do our Chargers segment, when we have Pat Curran and Laszlovic and Shotgun Tom and Mike McGregor with us, we'll tell some stories that'll curl your hair. But it was the journey to get there that was the most exciting.
Meeting at the stadium after the Pittsburgh game. How was that?
How did you get the nod on that? Because that came very late. You didn't know you were going to do the meeting at the stadium, I think.
We were flying back from Pittsburgh late because it was a late game in Pittsburgh and we won in the rain. And as we were landing, somebody gave me a cell phone and said, "It's the station. They need to talk to you." So punched it up. They said, "Listen, you're being redirected to the stadium. There's a huge gathering. We're going to salute the team. You're going to MC the whole thing."
Wow.
So the buses weaved away, and so this was 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Sunday night. It was raining sideways.
Were you there?
I was there.
I was there too.
Yeah.
And I remember when all of a sudden the team came through the gates, Natron and Junior had cigars, and you guys were just all happy.
I walked through that tunnel with Bobby Ross. We were the first ones off the bus.
Yeah.
And I said, "This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to introduce you first, and then we're going to do the players and coaches." And we walked through that tunnel, and I looked up, and there were 65,000 fans in the stadium in a rainstorm.
Yeah.
And the noise was thunderous.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it was just electric. It went on a good 45 minutes. It's a memory of a lifetime. And NFL Films, which used all my play-by-play over the years I did the Chargers and the Seahawks, NFL Films came back to me and said, "We need audio from that Sunday night party." And they created some different videos. There's a spectacular video on YouTube. I just found out about it maybe a year ago that I had voiced, or NFL Films created. If you just Google YouTube Road to the Super Bowl San Diego Chargers, it's a phenomenal half-hour video of the whole weekend in Pittsburgh. It's really electric stuff.
I was the announcer for all the Charger Report and the Jumbotron. If you go to the stadium, the Chargers wish to thank AT&T, today's game sponsor.
Yeah, Brian Main wasn't there forever. It was you before Brian Main.
It was me. I did the Chargers announcements since I started with Don Coryell.
My goodness.
And
I went to the zoo. I think I was in the restroom and I heard your voice. I was going, "What the heck?"
Possibly.
That's like Gabe Wisdom. When I was on a Delta flight, he was on the when you put the earplugs in, he was doing the, "Hi, I'm Gabe Wisdom. I'm going to talk you through this flight."
By the way, I still do the zoo stuff.
Really?
Zoo and the wild animal park.
I got a question for you. Speaking of Charger games, because your footprint is huge in this town.
Well.
And during the times when we had Fouts to JJ and we had Chuck Muncie, those years when the
Early 80s.
when the theme song came through Air Coryell, you had a huge footprint then. Could you walk through the stadium and get more than 3 steps at a time back then?
And to tell you the truth, I'm still that way. I walk 2 steps and, "Hey, Shotgun, hey, I saw you on Sully and Little Tommy." That's
he almost said it.
Good catch.
He almost said it.
That's what I said.
He almost said the Sully show.
No, I get that all the time. This is a great show. A lot of people watch this show because it's very entertaining. You get good people on here, and it's not boring.
But when you're going to a Charger game, and back then you'd have the transistor radio, so you could listen to
Ticket in the left hand, transistor radio in the right hand.
And all you want to do is watch a game.
Yeah.
And you got the Sharpie in your back pocket.
How'd you know?
I know. I've known you for.
Well, I don't want to sign,
But can you ever just sit down and just enjoy the game?
Yeah, I do, but I don't want to blow anybody off.
But that's how you've been all your life, because it was like 1974, I'm 10 years old, and you showed up to a high school football game. I think it was Marion High School.
Yes, it was Marion.
And I remember
Father Jack Horner.
It was you were just standing there at the fence watching the game.
Yes.
You were with a friend, and I'm, in my little Chula Vista Pop Warner red jacket, and I remember I lined up, and I remember just saying, "Hi, Shotgun. My name's Tommy."
Yeah.
And then you ignored me.
Well, this is the.
I did not.
But this is the same for Jerome. This is exactly the same for you. Only maybe more so, because you're talking about the probably, aside from Brad Pitt, and I can't remember any other actors like that, but we're talking about the most iconic figure in motion pictures is Tom Cruise.
Yes.
What do you get to go to the Five and Dime? Do you get to go to Ralph's? Do you have to DoorDash and Instacart everything?
Well, yeah, that's because of the kids, though.
Yeah?
No, but everywhere I go, usually, I take time to take pictures as well.
Like every day, though. Like your regular life, you're never off. You can't be looking like that.
No, that's a good thing, actually. I can take off the glasses, put a different pair of, Ray-Bans that look differently and just not get it as much.
Yeah.
But of course...
I was talking to your wife. It's just wonderful living with you.
Yeah.
That's what you said?
Well, I guess.
What is your wife's name? She's lovely.
Nicole.
Oh.
No, Kinman.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. So if you're
Are
at a
you married to
restaurant,
somebody named Nicole? Oh my God, that's fantastic.
if you're at a restaurant and you're having dinner with your family, has anyone? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, now it's happening more since the new movie came out in San Diego. That people, and I think losing my Instagram almost a year ago.
Whoa. So hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Time out.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to tell you how an amazing story. Because how many followers did you have at one point?
A little over 30K on Instagram.
30,000 followers
And
on Instagram.
600,000 on TikTok.
Wow.
100.
And then something happened.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Is it what they call a tease? Is this a tease?
See, this is Lee and I'll tell you.
Coming up next.
I've had more people who, when someone says I sat in my driveway for 5 minutes waiting for you to come back. Isn't that the best compliment you can pay? You got radio personality.
You gotta get another quarter hour.
As a radio, exactly right.
And we have more guests. We have more guests.
Yeah, we do. We got a special guest coming up. One of my favorite musicians in San Diego, and also a really good philanthropic organization.
Yes.
We are going to title sponsor their next event, so it'll be good stuff. On the air is on the air. Stand by. We're coming up. Hey, look at that. Sully Band's on stage.
You live in LA?
No, I don't.
Hacksaw to the right of me, shotgun to the left. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Tom Cruise.
Top gun to the metal.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Isn't that power? That's power, isn't it? Just I can just do that. I try that at home. Doesn't work. Doesn't work anywhere. All right. You were telling us, Jerome Leblanc, a.k.a. Tom Cruise.
California Tom Cruise.
California Tom Cruise.
Was there another one?
You had an Instagram account that had 30,000 followers, which is enough to monetize, some sponsorships and so on and so forth. But more importantly, for exposure purposes.
Absolutely.
And you said to us he was ready to tell us a story. He said, until my Instagram account got shut down. Let's talk about that for a minute. What happened exactly?
So, I mean, it's really classified on their end because they can't really tell us why. But we don't know. I think what I heard is maybe like it was right prior to the movie. They wanted to make sure nothing is leaked where, it's not really Tom Cruise that is in that location. They wanted to really control the release of Top Gun Maverick. Yeah.
You're too good and too popular.
Yeah. When I fool certain people, it just cracks me up because I never say I am Tom Cruise.
You just
Never.
walk up there and say hi.
Yeah.
So my point is that do you think it came from, above? You think it came from the guy?
Definitely, either Facebook or Paramount, I would say, or
Really?
maybe he gave the orders. They're called orders, Maverick.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Not in person.
No. I definitely owe him dinner.
What would you say? What would you say to him if you met him? I would love to get a picture of the two of you together.
I would take
would
off
be
the
cool.
glasses. I would say, hey, man, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I've been impersonating your character of Maverick that you've built for several years, and it's a true pleasure.
Yeah.
I would just be very humble, not try to be the guy.
Right.
Sully, what we should do is we should put him on a plane send them to the Deep South, let them go to all the NASCAR races, because the people who love Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Indy 500.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Listen, Days of Thunder's NASCAR. You're running hillbilly. You're not doing open wheel, pal. Could you remember Days of Thunder? I watched Days of Thunder a few weeks ago. With
great movie.
And boy, in my mind, it still holds up. So, all right, continue.
Hey, you know what? I'm proud of this guy. We have another guest. And we used to know him as the Fallbrook Kid, but he's all grown up now. I think he's like 20, 21 now. And he's get a headline for the very first time at the Belly Up.
Oh, have you headlined before? Is this the first time?
No, it's my first time.
This is it, Anthony?
Yeah,
Hold on a second. Let me play
other times I've opened for Roger Klein and the Peacemakers. I played with you a few times.
Yeah. Nice.
And,
excuse me. Played with me.
I played on that album, actually.
The Billboard #2 charted Billboard Blues chart with Anthony Cullins.
That's right.
Woo, come on.
Proud of Anthony.
I mean, that's pretty good.
I seen that on the train the other day.
I know. That's the weirdest thing ever.
So how does it feel to headline the Belly Up?
It's a huge opportunity. It means a lot that there's people believing in my project that I'm doing and, give me a chance to try to make a dent and,
Because you were known as like a boy wonder, right? Like a kid that could...
I guess.
How old are you now?
21.
Okay, you can go to the Belly Up.
Yeah. There we go.
That's good. Let's hear a song. I'd like to hear a song from
Bring it up.
Anthony
Let's roll.
Cullins.
Come on, man.
All right, this is the original song called Whirlwind.
Remember when we used to play alone each day, spend it our way. Sunflower on the wall, your petals are about to fall, and now you have the nerve to say I'm just a fool, but that's okay. And in your mind it's all the same. What did you see? Who else was left to blame? But you fast and way too slow. And that's just how the story goes. But you fast and way too slow. Will we ever really know? I walked through a flower field. You look so fine, running out of time. Now go up to your front door one more time. Oh, running on. And now you have the nerve to say I'm just a fool, but that's okay. And in your mind it's all the same. What did you see? Who else is left to blame? But you fast and way too slow. And that's just how the story goes. But you fast and way too slow. Will we ever really know my love? Must you fast and way too slow. And that's just how the story goes. Must you fast and way too slow. Will we ever really know? Must you fast and way too slow. That's just how the story goes. Much too fast and way too slow. Will we ever really know my love?
Anthony Cullins, fantastic stuff there, buddy. And I will tell you, I always say that he looks like, he sounds like Alan Stone, which is one of my favorite. But didn't that have a lot of Stevie in it?
Oh, it did. No, it really did.
I mean,
he's old school.
But I'll tell you, but all of your stuff, I listen to your stuff all the time, and you literally are my favorite band in San Diego. Sorry, guys.
But when I think of Anthony Cullins, like about 5-10 years ago when he used to play KUSI, his dad would drive him.
I remember. He was in studio here.
And now he's driving himself, and he's all grown up. We're so proud of you.
How old are you now, man?
21.
Can you?
Wow.
Yeah, like, he said that. And it was
yeah,
like,
he did.
It was like,
now he can get into the belly up. Oh.
Yeah, August 17th, we're headlining. So
hate to
you
say
buy your
that.
tickets now.
I know. So we'll drive people in there for you. You got anybody opening for you, pal?
Carl Verheyen, he's like the original guitar player from Supertramp, and Richard Smith, he's like a fingerstyle acoustic guitar player who's played with Tommy Emmanuel and stuff. So two really killer.
Hey,
acts.
James, did you get a call from Anthony asking for? Did anybody?
I love the cricket sound.
Did we get out?
What day?
That's okay. Can we get the last part of that song on the way out here again? Can you guys just pick it up right towards the end there? Because I want to hear the rest of this on the way out of this break. This is fantastic. It's coming up. We got more Anthony.
Yeah, they're great.
Shotgun.
Another guest.
Talk through. It's got a new guest coming up.
That's just how the story goes. Much too fast and way too slow.
In the biz, we say the band's playing Earth, Wind. Not Earth, Wind, and Fire, but Earth, Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the business area, any of the business, you guys want to hear, say to the crowd, you say, hey, you guys want to hear some Earth, Wind, and Fire? And they're all, but on stage, say we're doing Earth, Wind on the third song. Right, Trace?
Yep, that's right.
Right, Mark?
That's a fact.
Right, is that right, Nacho? See, that's how it is.
Hey, we have another guest.
All right, let's do it.
And this guy's a good guy. This guy does a lot for San Diego. He's the co-founder of Boys to Men. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Sigurdson.
All right, Joe.
Oh, nice.
Still got it. Hey, wait a minute. You know what?
You still got it wrong.
Why didn't we have Boys to Men?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right?
I practiced all morning long to say Sigurdson. Joe Sigurdson, right?
Yeah, that's
Joe
right.
Sigurdson. I practiced all morning long.
Sigurdson.
Joe Sigurdson. And then when I bring him up, I say Sigurdson.
Yeah, well.
Is that what you said?
Not the first time.
Co-founder of Boys to Men, Joe Sigurdson.
There you go.
There we go.
Can't we just call him J-Sig?
Yeah.
J-Sig is your name.
J-Sig, okay.
J-Sig.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Great to have you along, man.
Thank you.
I got a chance to have lunch with this gentleman just a few days ago with Ernie Hahn from Wonderfront and from Dream Hahn and the Wonder Bus. And he's doing an event called Caddy Hack, What Could Go Wrong?
Right.
With an event called Caddy Hack. And I got to meet these guys for lunch. And the beneficiary of this organization, which we are now going to be title sponsor of, as Sully Entertainment Group, and we're writing a check for that, and we're glad to do it. But I get to meet Joe Sig, or J Sig, and figured out what this deal was all about. So, all right, tell us. This is a really great organization.
Yeah, it is. It's a great organization. We're doing great work with young men, providing resources and assets in their lives. This country is in a boy crisis. There's a lot of young men walking around with unresolved anger and grief, acting out in all kinds of bad ways. And so, Boys to Men, we're an in-school group mentoring program. We send teams of men into the schools to sit in circles with the boys, and we share our stories about what happened to us, how we felt, the decisions we made from those feelings.
What happened to you?
Yeah, what happened to you?
What's your story? I mean, why are you doing this?
Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of was an out-of-control drug addict, alcoholic, crystal meth addict.
Wow.
Collection agent for a cocaine dealer.
Wow.
I was a nefarious criminal. I did all kinds of horrible things. That's part of my story. I'm also a teenage father. It's another part. I went from boy to man very early in my life, and I had to figure a lot of stuff out. I had a lot of support. I came from a really great family. Like, really, no excuse for me being a slime bag, but
look at you today.
But look at me today, Tom.
Yes, I mean that's the key.
That's it. And everybody loves a redemption story, and I certainly have that going for me. But Yeah, so when we sit in circles with these guys and we share our stories, we create this like safe, liminal space for transformation to happen, and they feel safe, and then they start talking about what's happening to them right now, how they're feeling, the choices they're making, the price they're paying, and we get to just be that sounding board, not tell them what to do, but ask them, how's that working? Is this what you want? And then help them identify what they really want and ask them, well, what are you willing to do different to move towards that? And when they make a new choice, they're being witnessed by some caring, consistently showing up caring men in their lives that are willing to support them with text messages, Instagram messages, phone call, and then the next week we do a round of accountability to check in to see if the guys did what they said they wanted to do to be the men they say they want to be. So there's this process that week by week they're getting rid of their secrets, they're making new choices, they're getting support and accountability around those choices, and they start feeling better about themselves. And when they feel better, they do better.
How are you funded?
You.
Donations.
See, Sully.
So donations is what you're saying.
No. We do a couple of big events, Caddy Hack being a huge part of our annual budget. We also do an event called the 100 Wave Challenge.
That's you got to catch 100 waves on a surfboard
in 10 hours.
In 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not for the.
That would be difficult to do.
It's a challenge. That's why
I wouldn't wave at 100 people. Or wave back.
It's a challenge. That's why you call it
the 100 Wave Challenge. Exactly. Thank you, Tommy.
When is Caddy Hack and what is Caddy Hack? Because that's a number of days, isn't it?
Yeah. So I used to surf with Ernie down at Black's for the last 20 years.
That's weird. Just saying. It's a family show.
Okay. And anyway, so Ernie came alongside us 8 years ago, and we did an event called the One Wave Challenge. We tried to set a world record for the most surfers on one wave. But in getting to know him and him getting to know who we are and what we do, man, this guy just opened up his Rolodex for Boys Men and really cranked the needle for us. And for his 50th birthday, I'm sure you guys were there,
10 years ago.
Well,
13. Actually, truthfully, Ernie turns 55 this coming Thursday.
That's right.
I won't tell you where the party is because there's going to be, he'd be swarmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe we can talk Tom Cruise.
Anyway, so we did a golf tournament for his birthday, and he wanted Boys Men to be the beneficiary, and we, Ernie's an events guy, so of course we had 20 bands and a Ferris wheel and
So he's got bands along the golf course.
Yeah.
The place is supposed to be quiet. The Caddy Hack has bands and there's people dressing up there's a big giant blow up gopher and everything. And I said, listen, I'll advertise as long as I get my logo on the gopher.
That's it.
So if we can do that stuff.
Yeah,
so what date is it this year?
It's so the tournament is August 22nd.
Okay.
We're having a gala the night before, August 21st.
Okay.
And all the proceeds go to Boys to Men. We're partnering with the Peers Network. This is a group of entrepreneurial guys that have come alongside us to help make this thing more successful.
I want to say this because this is very important, especially because you said August 22nd is the event.
Yeah.
Right, August 22nd. That's 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah, I knew something was coming. I knew something was coming. All right.
We're going to put it on the candle on Tommy's birthday cake.
Jay Sig with Boys to Men. We're going to figure out his donation link, find out what all these guys are doing coming up. And also another song from Anthony Cullins coming up. On the air is on the air. Stand by.
Yeah.
Bam.
All right.
I did not write that song.
Hey, look at this. We got family up on
Look
stage
at this.
here.
It's fantastic.
It's a family affair.
I love this. I love when you bring the family in and you got shotgun.
Yes.
Do the honors. I've seen this young lady in front of the Scooby-Doo van.
Right. That's right.
Before. That's where I recognize you.
Yeah, at the Christmas card.
Yes.
It's my daughter Melanie.
Melanie.
She's a nurse at Grossmont Hospital. And so, Mel, what do you think of the Sully?
You ever watch the
Tommy
show?
Studios?
I absolutely do, especially when this guy's on.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
No, you do a great job on this show. And anyway, I'm so glad you allowed my daughter to come.
Come on. You're family.
And by the way, I'm on Sirius XM.
Yes.
60s Gold, Channel 73. And on August 6th, Melanie and I and her mother We're going
Linda.
to be, Linda.
And my
is,
brother.
and your brother
Nicholas.
My son Nicholas. We're going to be at the Rady Shell, and I'm going to welcome everybody at the Beach Boys concert.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Featuring Mike Love.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Mike just called me.
Wow.
I don't know what he wants.
I love how often you were at the stadium when the Beach Boys did their final concert. Like 9 times on their farewell tour. Yeah. Lee, what's up for you? Let's talk about the podcast. Can we hear you soon?
I'm on a podcast now. I have a big sports website. If you like my talk show, LeeHacksawHamilton.com. It's all written. And then go to YouTube, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. I think the history of Sports Talk Radio is posted up there. And if you didn't like me, too bad for you.
And
Yeah, this is what he always said anyway.
And he's on KUSI Saturday mornings at 6:30
That's
and
right.
9:45-ish. But before we let you go, Lee, you've done so many important, iconic play-by-play calls. Can you reenact something real quick right now?
We're in Seattle, road to the Super Bowl, getting killed by the Seahawks. They're blitzing the daylights out of Stan Humphries. He keeps taking sacks. We're back at the 1-yard line on a 3rd down, and the momentum is going against us. And I said, 3rd down and 99. What do? I turned to Loslovic. He said, throw the ball. I turned to Pat Kerr, and he said, throw it deep to Tony Martin. 3rd down and 99. Humphries to throw. Here comes the blitz. Slant pattern over the middle. Caught by Tony Martin. Touchdown, San Diego. Went 99 yards.
Oh, wow, beautiful! That's great stuff!
NFL films went crazy.
Love it.
My favorite thing was when Natron Means, you always used to say, because nobody ever does this anymore. They always talk about the pass, it's a run play. You would say, the give, as he was handing the ball to the running back. Do you know how close you have to look at a football game to know when a guy's actually handing the ball off to the running back? And you're listening on TV, so now theater of the mind is, I'm watching it on TV as I'm listening to Lee Hacksaw. So always such a pleasure. Joe Sig, great to have you, brother. It's nice to meet you this week. Boys to Men, how can people donate? How do people get more information?
Yeah, boystomen.org. BOYSTOMEN. No Z, no Roman numeral 2.
I think we got it.
.org.
And then, of course, the gala is on August 21st.
Tickets
22nd.
are still available for the gala the 21st, Caddy Hack 22nd. We still have a few foursomes open for that.
All right.
And you know what? I just want to say this personally. My dad died when I was 5, so in junior high and high school, I could have went the wrong way. And thank you for all that you do.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Isn't that great?
Fantastic stuff.
And then we got Tom Cruise and Nicole and his family.
Tom and Nicole.
I can't believe that you actually married a woman named Nicole. Was that by design?
Was Mimi already
Married
taken?
me.
Yeah. So Nicole, welcome to the program. Will you introduce these 2 gorgeous kids of yours?
Yeah, this little guy's Montgomery,
Montgomery.
and this is Violet.
Violet.
Violet
Hi,
Cruz.
Violet.
Hi, Violet.
Look at Violet. Violet's looking at herself on TV right now.
Don't make eye contact.
That's great.
That's pretty good.
Montgomery
What's next for
Cruz.
you? Where are you next?
Next, actually, to continue with football, doing the camp of the Dallas Cowboys in Oxnard.
No kidding.
Wow, look at you.
And,
All right.
Yeah, we have some surprises with that event, so it's going to be very cool and Top Gun related.
So since we can't for now see you online on Instagram, is there a website or something?
Oh no, I have a new Instagram.
Oh, you do?
It's actually California Top Gun Maverick.
California Top Gun Maverick is your Instagram handle. And do you have a website also, or just the Instagram?
CaliforniaTomCruise.com.
Wow, that's going to get shut down soon.
No. Great. Thanks, Tommy. All right, good. Hey, Anthony, before we let you out of here, so you got we're going to the home team. We're going to go to the home court here, Belly Up Tavern.
Yeah, August 17th. You better buy your tickets from Belly Up website, or I have a link on my website, AnthonyCullins.com.
Why don't we pick up 25 tickets now? We'll give them away to the people that email into controlroom@loft100studios.com.
Yeah.
Controlroom to loft100studios.com. We'll start giving pairs of tickets. So we'll buy 25 pairs of tickets. How about that?
Thanks,
So we'll get you 50
appreciate it,
guys in there. Okay, very good stuff. All right, play us out, pal. Let's see what you got.
There's a song coming up called Home to You.
Anthony Cullins.
I've been wondering where these streets lead to, and I've been traveling just to see it through, all with you. You may say I'm crazy, it's such a long way home. there. I just wanna save myself from being alone. Once in a while, you may not get the truth. Miles and miles away before I reach you. Yes, it's true. You may say I'm crazy. It's such a long way home. Whatever it takes to get there, I just wanna save myself from being alone.